What's up, guys? Back for another Rangers post-game video. Yeah, what a game here it was. After coming off a 4-day break here, the last game the Rangers had was against the Panthers, Florida Panthers. They were undefeated up until the Rangers played them, and that was a nail biter to begin with. Rangers ended up clinging on to a 4-3 win. 4 days off, and now here we are in Columbus. Last time these two teams met, I believe the Rangers won 5-1. I believe 4-1, 5-1. It was a blowout win for the Rangers. So now here we are on enemy turf, and we'll just dive into this one.
Real quick, the Columbus had played the day before. Rangers was coming off a break.
Columbus had lost to Washington Friday night, in overtime, nonetheless. So coming into this one now, like you said, Columbus had played a day before. So Columbus was like pretty much dominated the first period. Absolutely dominated the first period. Yeah. I forgot who would score the goal for Columbus. Like, I usually never really pay attention to the other teams' guys unless they're like the breakout guys. But all I know is after being dominated pretty much the entire period, the Rangers would get one chance in that period, and it was because a D-man on Columbus tried to pinch in. Ryan Strome would get by him, and it would be like a 3-on-1 situation where Strome got it to Fox. Fox found Panarin, and Panarin would bury a goal here with about 4 or 5 minutes left in the period. So the Rangers would get out of that home or that away period, which, you always talk about teams playing good away games. Rangers have been solid on the road, honestly, too, by the way. It wasn't a good away period for the Rangers, but they got out of it tied 1-1.
Yeah, nice way to get to the end of the period, matching the score.
Yes, because I was just happy with them getting out of it down by 1.
Right.
And again, Igor, we'll get to the Igor situation later on. You could say, like, maybe he shouldn't have let that goal in. And then we'll get into the second period where, again, Columbus kind of was running the show a little bit in the second period, and the Rangers, they would score. Columbus would score to make it 2-1. And then it's like, here we go. What are we going to do after this now? And then after that, it was all Rangers. It was all Rangers up until like the end of the game almost.
Yeah, right after their second goal, the Rangers answered back quickly. I think that was Kreider's goal.
Yes,
the
Kreider.
Second goal.
Chris Kreider on the power play. And then right after that, a couple seconds later, Jacob Trouba would come in deep. He would find Panarin for Panarin's second of the game. And then again after that, I forgot who got it to Panarin, but I think it was Trouba actually. Trouba would come in and then feed it to Panarin. For Panarin's second of the game. And then Panarin would feed it to Trouba for his goal. 3 goals in a minute and 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Just like bang, 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 what the fuck just happened kind of deal here.
Yep.
I mean, the announcer wasn't done announcing the goals as the other 2 were happening.
Yeah.
So it was just once they got him on the tying goal, once Kreider scored the tying goal on the power play, the Rangers just jumped all over what looked like a confused Columbus team right there. They continued to put pressure on. They would get the second. They would get the third. And before you know it, it's 4-2 Rangers.
Yeah.
So I would say the Rangers dominated the second period.
Oh, yeah.
At least, mind you, like maybe the first 5 minutes of the second. Rangers dominated that second period.
Yep.
And, that was a good period for them.
Yeah. They ended the third on a power play. Then they went to the third with 1 minute and 26 seconds of the power play for the Rangers.
Yes. And Kreider would get a bang-bang play from Zibanejad. As, like you said, it entered the third abbreviated power play. It was about 1:20 left, maybe. Zibanejad had a chance to shoot it. Very great patience by him. He held on to it. He waited, passed it over. No chance. No chance for the goalie on Columbus.
Good move.
Just wide open net for Kreider to tap that one in. So now we're like, here we go. Kreider and Panarin have a chance at a hat trick. I don't think there's been a hat trick yet this season.
I don't think so either. There hasn't. Not for the Rangers.
Yeah, so I'm just like, which guy's going to get a hat trick? Panarin came close. He came close after that. He rang one off the crossbar. So close in a situation where he should have buried it. It was a wide open net. Goalie was going down. Shot was going up. And unfortunately, Panarin couldn't find the mark. to like Rangers dominated most of the second half of the game up until Columbus would score a goal off of, I don't want to say like a controversial play now that I looked at it. I thought it was like goalie interference. Shesterkin would end up letting the goal in. It looked like Patrick Nemeth hit Texier into Shesterkin.
Yeah.
Shesterkin went down, the goal went in. So now everybody, nobody ever really knows what happens in real time. Everyone's looking at it, seeing what the hell happened. The goal would stand. Shesterkin would come out. Georgiev would come in.
Yeah.
With like 6:30 to go in the third.
And that was scary, and that was bad. Like, it was a total accidental thing, I think, with Nemeth pushing into whatever.
He's trying to clear the crease. I get what he's trying to do.
Yeah. And I think the goal was fair, and that's all fine.
Unfortunately, the goal was fair.
Right. But the big problem was Igor. Like.
Yeah, now we're in limbo of like what's up with him.
Yeah.
Filip Chytil was placed on the IR prior to this game, which means he's out for at least 10 days.
Right.
At the least.
Right. And we thought he was coming back that game.
Well, that's what was said, but you really, coaches, in any sport are kind of like meteorologists. You take what they say with a grain of salt.
Right.
You don't know what they're just saying to people to make them happy for the moment. Until that time actually arrives, and then people are mad. It's not going to snow tomorrow. Roads will be clear. Tons of snow. Igor will be in tomorrow. Chytil will be in tomorrow. Not in. People are mad.
Right.
That's what they do. They like to appease.
Guessers.
They like to appease crowds for a short amount of time, but people keep listening to them. So that's a rant right there. But regardless, Igor's out. Georgiev comes in, 6:30 to go in the 30, and the Rangers did play well in front of him.
They did.
And, as Rangers fans and anybody who follows New York Ranger hockey, I'm having, like, PTSD about this. Like, are they going to blow this lead?
Yeah.
How many times have we watched the Rangers blow a lead with less than 6.5 to go?
And it was already a concern just because they've been struggling with that. And then you have a fresh goalie.
Not warmed up at all.
Yeah, I shouldn't say fresh because it sounds good. Like a cold goalie. That's what it is, a cold goalie coming in. And that's nerve-wracking. And Georgiev, he's good. He's not I never have as much confidence in him as I have Igor.
Let's put it this way. I'm still a Georgiev fan, but like having him coming cold in a situation where they had just scored a goal, went through a 3-goal lead to a 2-goal lead, and watching what the Edmonton Oilers did to the Rangers, not too long ago, I'm like, oh man, but the Rangers did play well in front of him.
Yes.
They ended up shutting it down. Unfortunately, they did not get the empty net. Nobody got the hat trick. Kakko had a chance to get his first goal. He missed the empty net. He also had a chance to get it before that where too many passing. Rangers are trying to be too, you get the goal. No, you get the goal. You get the goal. And then nobody ends up getting the goal. Just shoot the puck down the net. Who cares? Get the fucking goal.
Yeah.
Get the fucking goal. Who cares who gets the goal? Get the goal.
Right.
So they would escape the game, obviously, 5-3. And another pretty solid win, I would say, against the Jackets, minus the first period. So now we go into tomorrow's game here.
Yeah.
Devils, first time Rangers and Devils will meet this season. Rangers will be home. And now we're in limbo because I would have thought Rangers have 9 games coming up, 6 games coming up in 9 games.
9 days.
6, yeah, exactly.
6 and 9.
Yes. So I'm like, well, obviously, you have today and then Sunday, maybe use Igor for both those games. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Well, that's what Gallant had said in his interview things, like, are you splitting it up? And he said, we might not. He never really gives a clear answer. But the other day, he was, the last back-to-back, he was like, oh, no, we're definitely splitting the days. And this, he didn't, he kind of alluded that it might be the same goalie both days, which would be Igor, in my opinion. Right. But he said, we'll have to see how it goes. And now, I don't know, because we don't know what's going on with him.
Exactly. Now we're in limbo. Like, he did walk off the ice. He got off the ice off of his own strength. He skated off. He looked mad when he got off.
Yeah.
So we were wondering if he was like, if Gallant was already telling Georgiev to suit up, and then Igor saw that, was mad, and just skated off.
Right.
And then everyone was talking in chat about concussion protocol.
Right.
This is what he has to do.
Right.
Jim Ramsey came out there to Ramsey, who's been the medical trainer for the Rangers since I've been watching, came out there to check on him. And maybe ask Gordon Ramsay if it was okay.
Came out to yell at Nemeth.
Somebody came out to yell.
He's like, I've never seen
you make something like this.
Skating like that. Yeah.
And so he did skate off on his own accord, but like again, you have to wonder what the situation is.
Yeah.
This game just ended, so we don't know.
Yeah. Hopefully it was just the protocol for the concussion or whatever. And he just decided to switch him.
I was gonna say concussion protocol. If that is the case, that's a 24-hour window, so you would imagine that you won't see him.
Dang it.
Tomorrow, because there is, that is the window.
Oh, that stinks.
It's a 24-hour protocol,
Well, then
and again, when I looked at the replay, it didn't look like he got hit in the head. It didn't.
No.
At real time watching it, I was like, oh my God, that's probably goalie interference.
Yeah.
And then rewatching it, I'm like, okay, it is what it was. It was on Nemeth. It wasn't Texier's fault.
Right.
And it didn't look like Igor was hurt.
Right.
But maybe to be safe, they brought him off. Just a weird kind of situation.
Yeah.
And again, we don't know if that's Igor actually being hurt or if that's Gallant just being like, get him off the ice.
Right. Right.
So
hopefully it's just that. Hopefully Igor can play tomorrow.
I'd say overall, though, it was a good game for the Rangers.
Yeah.
It really was. Minus the first period at 5 minutes. Yeah. I always preach playing 60 minutes of hockey. The Rangers did not do that in this game, but they made it count when they had to.
Yep.
They really did, especially that minute and that 63-second span.
Yeah.
They really made it count right there.
Yeah. And at least it was from there on to the end. It wasn't like they started out well and then fell apart.
Yeah, they played very good. Again, Trouba had a very good... This was probably Trouba's best game I've seen defensively and offensively. And then you have, everybody else who chipped in defensively. Miller was good, obviously. He didn't stand out like he stood out in the Florida game. Lindgren, you know what you're going to get from Lindgren. He's just a good, hard-nosed, stay-at-home defenseman. He was good tonight. Fox, already know about that. He assisted on the first goal. Panarin, great. Yeah. Zibanejad had an assist. Kreider has been absolutely killing it for the Rangers. The most consistent goal scorer on the team. Probably the longest stretch he's ever had consistently in scoring goals.
Yeah.
Leads the league in power play goals.
Yeah.
So he's been outstanding too. So we'll leave it at that. Unless you have anything to add.
Yep. That's it. Yeah.
I mean, Rangers again find another way to win against a tough team. I do think the Blue Jackets are a tough team. So I think they were where they were a couple of years ago with John Tortorella. I don't, but they have a new coach. They're under new management. There's still a talented group of players out there. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, no win in this league is easy, but the Rangers found out a way to score 3 goals in 63 seconds, and that's what was really the turning point of this game.
Yeah.
And Igor being good in the first, too.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we will be back. We won't get into that.
Yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be doing the game tomorrow. Mom's House live stream. 7 o'clock. Yeah. Rangers Devils for the first time this season. Hope to see you guys tune in, and thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Let's go, Rangers!
Let's go. Bye.
Peace out, guys.